Hello!
And welcome to the first Road to Distraction of 2014.
Indeed.
We would tell you the correct number, the digit. We know it's in the 30s, but we can't remember which one.
I've been in this car for 900 years.
Yeah, we haven't left since just before Christmas. We've just been driving around. I stole this coat off somebody as I was going past.
We're currently in America. We drove across the ocean.
We did.
We drove, I had all my breath for fucking ever.
This isn't a James Bond car like Lena stuck in front.
I know, I thought it was.
Yeah, we really shouldn't do that again.
No, it was quite awkward to bail us out.
Like sharing the back seat with a really angry Stingray.
G'day.
Well, I thought
Okay.
you were a good guest.
Oh, actually, I won't make that joke.
No, don't do it. Right, who's starting, gentlemen? I don't care who it is. Lee, do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. Okay, with the first story of 2014. It has been confirmed that dolphins get high by chewing on pufferfish, which release a powerful toxin.
Yeah, and that's why they're all smiling.
Yeah.
They're stoned all the time.
These scientists, they've been studying this particular pod of dolphins, or family, whatever you want to call them.
No, pod is right, I think.
And they were watching them, they were interacting with pufferfish, and they grab them in their mouths, but they don't kill them, obviously, and they just gently shake them about, and the pufferfish, in self-defense, release this toxin, which makes these dolphins go high.
I'm loving it. That's like, dude, like, did you see the shape of that dolphin? It looked like a dolphin.
Dude, your nose looks like a bottle.
Hey! That's just wrong.
But there you go.
That's cool. That's first story 2014.
Yeah.
James, it's your turn, dude. Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to start with a story about the GoPro camera.
Go on then.
Go on then, GoPro story.
Got it. There's actually a video on YouTube of this couple's garden. I'm not sure where they're from, but they have a bunch of large crabs in their garden.
Ooh, I got crabs.
And they live in burrows. And they put the GoPro camera next to the burrow to film the crabs. And one of them stole it. And took it into the burrow.
Awesome.
Nice.
And they finally got it back, so they have like footage of a crab holding it, and it looks like he's doing a vlog. And it just takes it down into its burrow.
Day 23.
Hello.
I'm still in a wet hole in the ground, holding a camera. Still holding a camera.
I'm surprised you didn't break it.
Well, they are quite tough.
They are quite tough, yeah.
Now, I got a story, and it's not even a funny story. It's quite a serious story, actually. There's a 19-year-old boy. Take my glasses off, guys. He decided that battering his dog 20 times in the head with a hammer was okay. A few hours later, he found the dog had urinated on the floor, so then he stabbed the dog with a 6-inch knife he took from a kitchen drawer, and then walked off to go and sign on the door. He came back a few hours later, just before the dog had died. He dumped the dog's body in his bin outside. He was reported. The RSPCA found the dog's body in the bin, and he's now been taken to court. Now the boy is called Sean Deakin, D-E-A-K-I-N. This man's been taken to court. He's now going to be sentenced on June the 28th. As far as I'm concerned, that's the kind of people you should bring hanging back for.
Yeah, indeed.
You'd only bought the dog a few days before. Bought this dog. Oh, yeah, I'll have that dog, no problem. From some guy off, is it Gumtree?
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, free to a good home, blah, 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 blah. The chicken, all he did was actually, like, abuse it, beat it, hit it. I mean, hitting a dog in the head with a hammer. Well, that's the kind of person that actually seriously needs to be put down. That man is scum. Now, if you do read the story, find the link for it, Ian Deakin, online, and put it on your page. I want this man to go down for about 10 years. Because that's the kind of person that needs to be executed. Sorry to bring it down for a story in 2014, but that's not fair.
No.
Because, I mean, dogs, they've actually proved every time a dog sees its owner, no matter how bad you treat it, every time a dog sees its owner, because there's somebody it cares for, it releases a chemical in the dog's brain that's the same chemical as when humans fall in love. So every time that dog sees you, that's what it feels. That's why they jump around so much when they see when they come home. And then this guy treats that by beating it to death with a hammer and then stabbing it. 8 hours to die. I want to be in a room with that guy because I'd break every bone in his foot and his fingers and I'd work my way up.
Yeah.
He'd feel everything till the last blow. I tell you straight. Anyway, enough of that. That's too serious for me. Your turn.
Okay. Where's this to? What?
Sorry. So my fans out there. My fan out there.
You're
That person sent me the letter that said, "You're shit, get off the screen." That's right, yeah, okay.
In the Chinese city of Harbin,
Yes.
they have created a frozen city complete with skyscrapers, 480 feet of 480 foot tall sculptures,
Seriously?
and even castles, all made from ice. There's a picture on screen now, and it looks beautiful.
Bowser on Mario 3D.
That's a bit surreal.
They used a combination of ice picks, chisels, and lasers to carve the ice blocks.
Lasers!
Yeah, and lasers.
This is a friggin' 80s.
From the song Who With Her.
I bet they had a disco ball hang as well, just when they were doing it. Big disco ball.
They just got Metallica to do a show.
Well, they performed in the Antarctic, didn't they? Weren't they the first band to perform in the Antarctic?
Why not?
Yeah, they were, yeah.
It's like, doo-doo, my nipples are.
Just to an audience of polar bears or whatever. Or penguins.
I never know which way to live with.
Did you know that polar bears aren't white furred?
No, they translucent actually.
Yeah.
So there. That means their skin's really white. Anyway, James, it's your turn, Mr. Nipples transparent fur thing.
Okay, so earlier last year there was a game about Deadpool.
Was it called Deadpool?
Yes.
Awesome.
And a lot of review sites obviously reviewed it low and all that crap. But it turns out that, because the other day it was removed from all digital sources.
Oh,
Because Activision not only lost the rights for Marvel, but they fired half of the team who developed it instead of paying them royalties.
oh
Cut
dear.
About 50% of the game's content, trying to purposely give it low review scores so they could fire them.
Activision, eh?
Oh, well done, Activision.
If you can't go you about releasing Call of Duty, you shouldn't be a company. I mean, at least Assassin's Creed 4 was good after the shit that was free.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
But I mean, Call of Duty is just, you can line them all up next to each other being played and I'd be like,
They're the
I
exact
have
same
no idea
game.
which one this is.
Yeah.
And they'll go, oh, this is Battlefield. Oh.
How do you know that? It's when you started up, it says Battlefield. Surreal.
Well done, Activision.
Aye, I'm going to go on.
Want to get rid of Double Fine again after they make it Brutal Legend? They did that. Just Brutal Legend wasn't going to have shitloads of sequels. They
Yeah.
got rid of the project.
Very, very shit of them to do, aren't
Yeah, it is, it's awful.
I? Aye.
Aye.
I
like it very much.
Now, I don't know which one to choose. I might actually choose straight on from there, but I'm going to do this one instead. Right, apparently, two British boys found a hidden room in their house. They were playing, one bumps into the other, into a book stand, knocks some of the shelves down. And behind the book stand, they move it out, is a door. So they open the door, and the door goes down on a spiral stair.
I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, and at the bottom of the spiral stair is a room, and there's a small little cavity in there where there's a blanket and half-eaten food.
Yep.
And nobody knows how this person's getting in and out, or nobody knows who it is, but at this moment in time, it's actually suddenly being watched by the police. There's also a blanket and a hand-carved wooden elephant down there.
There's also somebody's Halloween sweets or something.
Yeah, they did say there was food, didn't they? Half-eaten food.
Yeah, but the Halloween sweets was from somebody in the house, and it was in their room.
Oh, that's freaky.
Yeah, so they possibly took it either when they were asleep or when they weren't there.
Yeah, but let's be honest, right? It's a spooky little spiral staircase. You've got to be dumb as a brick to go down there. I've seen horror films.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen horror films. It's not good. How freaking scary is that though?
It is.
I'd go down, I'd be fucking bricking it up. I'd be going, see that door, Dad? Yeah, I just ordered half a ton of bricks. Why? I'm bricking it up. How far? Well, I'm starting at the bottom. I'm going to make my way all the way up. So if anyone wants to break through, we're going to hear it using the sledgehammer on all that.
I would just be like, yeah, we're moving.
Either that or go, you don't tell your dad you've discovered the room. You get stones from all your friends and brick it up so you can't get out. And then somebody goes, has anyone seen Grandad?
You're just sitting there in a rocking chair waiting for the guy to come back.
I would. I'd sit down there, gun in hand, torching the other. Come on, mate. Come into my house. It's the last breath you take.
He was like, alright.
Alright, mate.
He's like, who are you? This is my home.
My home. I live here.
No, I live here. I've never seen you here. I've seen you.
Lots.
While you were sleeping.
I seen you washing your intimate parts with a piece of wet newspaper. Oh, sorry.
That's disturbing.
And you just pick a piece of newspaper and rub your lips on it.
Sorry.
Okay. A few episodes ago, we did a story about a Brazilian model who was selling her virginity online.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
Pretty girl.
Yeah. She has now extended that auction as she's received a marriage proposal from an Arab millionaire.
Yeah, they tend to do that.
Yeah, okay. This is the woman who's quite happy to sell her virginity, her sexual act online, and this guy's going to marry her.
Apparently, yeah.
Well, there's quite a lot of Arab millionaires because they, live in a country full of oil.
Yeah, not all of them are like oil barons.
I know.
There are a lot of rich guys out there. Yeah, fair enough.
But the auction was originally due to end on December the 12th, though she's extended the deadline through to February, while she considers this offer of $440,000.
Hold out, love. You can hold up for more. I got £10.20 in a blood orange, and I've actually got a double deck or duo. Other chocolate bars are available. And some Viscount biscuits. I've also got a tenner. Is that good enough, love?
What's your offer? I'll give you this broken cartridge Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
She's mine.
She's all yours.
That doesn't work very well, but you can attempt to plug it into the top of Sonic and Knuckles and see what happens.
Just like me, I don't work very well as long as you want to plug into my knuckles. No, sorry, that's wrong. Anyway, I'm really sorry.
We're back.
Okay. We're back, just as daft as ever. Okay, James.
Is it me?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Is it me? I'm Ron Burgundy. Sorry. I'm blind.
I'm going to put two next to each other because they both kind of
Oh, my legs.
Go on then.
So, first one is that Namco are thinking about publishing Dark Souls for the mobile phone.
Okay.
No idea how that's going to work.
That's going to result in a lot of broken mobile phones.
And the one next to that is that, so I know that the Xbox One's been out for like a few months, but the Kinect seems to respond to anyone telling it to go on, like even videos on YouTube and stuff. But there's a report of a girl who was sat there watching TV. She farted really loudly and the Xbox turned on.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh my god. Oh, that's just so wrong. Now, I think James have heard this story. Have you done both your stories?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. James heard this story, I think it is. It was an Oregon man, was high on meth. It took, and he was arrested, but it took 15 police officers to do it. Now, you think, well, okay, it's a lot of policemen for somebody on meth. Yeah, this guy was fighting off 15 policemen high on meth while masturbating.
One-armed ninja then.
Yeah, one-armed wanky ninja.
Fuck's sake, Heisenberg.
Yeah, I was just yeah.
Go back to Malcolm in the Middle.
He was good in that.
Don't know what else he was in.
But yeah, imagine he's high on meth, smashing one out in a public place, which he was in a public place, got his penis out, started masturbating. So they called the police, and he turned up, and they found it difficult to control him. Meanwhile, he still smashed himself about. And eventually, from more than one area, 15 police all turn up, and it takes him 15 people to stop him. That's a dedicated wanker, that is.
That guy who made the video about Coney again.
Yeah?
You don't remember that?
No?
Do you know who Coney is?
No.
No?
In 2011, they made a video. Was it 2012? I don't remember. And it was like, oh, there's a Ugandan warlord who's hiring child servants and you need to stop him. And this guy...
Oh, yes!
Yeah, he hadn't been around for years. And the guy who made that video, right before like the big march or whatever he was going to do, was arrested for public masturbation.
Awesome.
Exhibitionist.
Anyway, follow the wanking method.
Oh yeah,
Go on.
we're on a similar theme now. We're on a roll. Okay, there is a adult service available on Xbox One and PS4 called Sugar DVD, and a recent survey has concluded that PS4 users are 3 times as randy.
Nobody else to fucking play on.
Because
I play Knack? No, I'm okay.
Because out of all the subscribers of those 2 consoles, 75% have a PlayStation 4.
Oh dear.
Do you want to play ports of games you can play on your old consoles, or do you want to watch porn?
I'll go for option B, please.
Unless you just want to go out and buy another fucking Killzone.
Yeah.
James, your turn.
Oh, okay, so speaking of the PlayStation, Sony are now slowly removing multiplayer from a lot of their games. Online multiplayer. Currently, all 3 Resistance titles have their multiplayer taken
Which is
down.
fair enough.
And Gran Turismo 5.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Did they release the 6th one? I don't remember.
Yeah, GT6 is out. I got it. It's marginally better than 5, but it's still grinding up
How
through
many
that.
years did it take them to release 5? I remember
Oh,
they made a recall.
Yeah, it was like 6 years it took them to release 5. It was meant to be a launch title for the original, well, for PlayStation 3. But it took them 6 years to release the bloody thing.
Jesus Christ, Sony.
That's
You just
insane.
race it.
I would like a message from Sony, really, to confirm when they're going to start switching off network support for PS3. When they're going to suddenly just jump into PS4 and then suddenly
Everyone go, my stuff don't work.
you go on PS3 multiplayer games and it doesn't work.
They should, probably release a friggin' actual game we've played with the PS4.
Probably daft.
It's like, I don't see a reason in buying an Xbox One or a PS4.
No.
Cause
I don't see a reason in buying an Xbox One anyway. See, it's leaking steam.
Bill Gates is even. That may be a lie.
We don't know. There's just like people reporting that the Xbox Ones are overheating and leaking, and it's like this white ooze dripping out of the vents.
that's thermal paste. That's worrying.
It's Bishop's blood.
Bishop.
It just like grows an arm and starts stabbing it over and over.
Bishop's blood tastes like silk and child's skin. Sorry.
Is it?
Still less offensive than colonial Lorraine.
Okay, whose turn is it?
Yours.
Mine! Right, I don't know if you'll be able to find the video for this online, but if you do, we'll see if we can put a link up. Right, a Chinese husband and wife go to a car show. And the woman basically says to him, I like the car, can we get it? And he goes, no, it's too expensive. So, she doesn't like this answer, so she runs up to the car with the car keys in her hand and starts scratching the car. So her husband would have to buy it. Her husband grabs her and pulls her away. They're about to walk off, she runs back to the car and starts scratching it again. He grabs her, pulls her away again. She'll still shit again when security come in and tries to stop it, runs around them and tries to start scratching the car again. They then separate them and they're arguing. I don't know if that's grounds for divorce, but I'd probably kill the bitch.
Yeah.
It's a brand new car as well, brand new car, dual fuel, car, and it's really, for China, it's really, really expensive. And because she couldn't have it, she was willing to scratch it to put her husband in debt to get it. And she's mental. Seriously, you've got to see if you can find that, because it's absolutely freaking insane. She got the keys, she goes, and you think one scratch would do. And she does it about 3 or 4 times. I've never seen anything like it. And you think to yourself, right, is it really that important you have that car?
Maybe she thought it was covered in lottery tickets.
She might have. Anyway,
You want a new car? No, you have to pay for it.
yeah, but you got a new car now and it's scratched to shit. Well done, love.
And if you divorce, you'll probably get it.
But anyway, James, are we dropping you off down here?
First?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be losing James first.
Okay.
We won't be losing him, we'll know where he is.
I've been aborted.
Yeah, well, me and his mother tried to have him aborted last week. But unfortunately, they reckon that's called a like murder. I wonder whether the abortion was 10 and like 150,000. It's an awful lot. Apparently, you've got to pay for that for the wood chipper as well. And
Quite a few stories.
I will keep them for the next time.
Okay, right. A man was cleaning up the debris from the Hurricane Sandy, which was earlier last year, I think it was, something like that. And he found a scratch card, and he won $500,000.
Who says like hurricane, tornado things ain't good luck?
Yeah. It wasn't his scratch card, and he did the right thing when he found it. He handed it into the lottery and said, "Okay, this is where I found it." But
What?
And a year elapsed without somebody come to claim it, so the lottery gave it to him.
Nice. On the upside, we won a tenner on the health code lottery.
Yes.
I feel almost blessed. No, I don't. That's a lie. James, you got a quick one? Not an answer to that.
I'll just throw a couple in.
Go on then.
Square Enix, who have been abusing the shit out of Final Fantasy 13 at the minute, released Final Fantasy 13 free in Japan. They released a bunch of DLC for it. They probably shouldn't have, because it was supposed to be exclusive with the strategy guide.
Oops.
They had to take it down instantly. I still have it.
You got it, man.
Yeah, quick. I imported the Japanese version.
Quick thinking.
Nice one. Well
What
done.
else? Marvel are now having the publishing rights to make the Star Wars comics.
Oh, they used to do that years ago.
If,
When I was a kid, it was there.
Recently, I think. Was it Dark Horse?
yeah.
Yes,
Dark
it was.
Horse Comics.
But it used to be Star Wars when I was a kid. It was really, really, really good.
So
I
there
suppose because Marvel and Star Wars are both owned by Disney now.
Well, that's true. Well, they don't own all of Marvel. They only own certain parts.
And now this is where James leaves us.
James now leaves us.
The road is
Long! With many a winding thing. Stuff. Do it. Goodbye! Bye! I can actually jump straight on. You know, you don't want about a nice hotel cityscape. Artists, I can't remember where it is, I'm sure it's Canada somewhere, made a truck from ice. All the chassis and the engine obviously is normal. It was done for an advert, it was, but they made all the flatbed part, the seats, the doors, all the windscreen, all the roof, all from ice. It was to prove how well this company's batteries worked in cold, because obviously cold leaches the power of batteries. And it works, fully functional. They drove it and everything. And you might be able to find images of that online as well.
Yeah,
because it's good. If there is an image, will be up.
No.
Oh no. It's really quite clever. It even has a pine tree air freshener hanging from the rear view mirror. So that was really cool. How cool is that?
What was the company?
I couldn't remember. Did she say it on there? I can't remember. Oh, that's going to be annoying now. No, I forgot to write it down, guys. Sorry. I'm shite. But I'm consistent.
He's consistently shut.
Oh, dear. Lee.
Okay.
Traffic lights are red, are red, are red.
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 Little Red Riding Hood. A holiday jet with more than 500 passengers was delayed because of a tuna sandwich.
Oh, I read that story. I was going to put it down, I didn't.
It was a Fly Emirates A380, one of the big ones, and they were at mid-flight and they had to return to the terminal because one of their passengers ate this tuna sandwich and became violently ill. And he had a very bad reaction to it, so they had to fly back, and then the passengers had to wait in the terminal for around 5 hours
Oh,
for the next flight to Dubai.
Oh my gosh, you know.
All because the chef
fish.
couldn't do a bloody sandwich.
Aye. I like you very much. I got a short one by her. That's what my missus says. No. Ronnie Biggs, though he died a good month ago.
Yeah.
His funeral was just this week, just gone. And as a final gesture to everyone, the one wreath in his hearse was shaped like this. Well done, Ronnie. I'm liking it. I can chuck a really another quick one, and very quick.
Oh, keep going.
Yorkshire police turned up to an axe attack report to find out was several youths actually making a zombie film. The police turned up everything, and they really turned up. It's a bunch of guys making a film. So learn from that, Lee.
Yeah. Well, we always do it in deserted quarries and things.
Oops, we do actually. Deserted quarries. Lee, your turn, Captain Sir.
Okay, right. I did have a story about bizarre insurance claims, but for some reason my printer's printed the title and not much of the story, so I have to leave that. I'll put a link in the description. A man has been arrested after he was caught trying to drink petrol from the fuel pump at a forecourt. It's not the first time he's done it. He's done it several times over the past year.
Darwin Awards.
He waited until the petrol station was closed and the CCTV caught him going up to the pump and then siphoning it directly unleaded petrol.
That is very much like one of the Darwin Awards. Darwin Awards were released the other week for 2013. One of them, apparently a guy was trying to siphon petrol from an RV. So he's chucked a tube into this thing, started sucking it out like that, then collapsed on the floor vomiting.
I know.
Because he actually didn't put it into the petrol tank, he put it into the sewage area for the toilet. When the police asked, did he want the owner of the RV want the man arrested? He went, no, I think he's had punishment enough. As he sniggered his brain out. Yep, some brilliant ones in the Darwin Award this year. One of them, absolutely fantastic. I think this is really brilliant. A guy had a .38 revolver, pulled the trigger, didn't go off. So he pointed at himself and pulled the trigger again to see what was wrong. It's a revolver. The barrel, the tumbler turns. He, funnily enough, didn't survive.
Oh, what the...
Unbelievable. You got one?
I've got one, yeah. Stockport County fans have left a note for one of their fellow season ticket holders, or actually two season ticket holders, asking them to have a good wash. Because apparently the stink is putting off the rest of the fans in the stand.
Oh, that's not good, is it? Right, I done a story the other week about a teen who bought an Xbox One. He's very old, he bought it for his son. And when it arrived, it wasn't actually an Xbox One, it was a photograph of an Xbox One. $730 he paid for it. Well, he was lucky enough, he actually had his money back from eBay. But even better news, because he thought his son was going to have his present for Christmas, a company called CEX stepped up and gave him an Xbox One for free. How nice is that? I mean, a lot of people go, oh, not nice, that company didn't need to do that. No, but they didn't need to then pay for the publicity that actually came with it.
Yeah.
It's still very nice for them to do it. They didn't need to, but they did. But I've also got, did you know that the Retina display found in an Apple iPad is made by Samsung? All you ever do is sue each other and they make parts for you. What's going on?
I can see a future law case coming in.
So can I. Do you have any more?
No, that's it. I'm done.
Okay, I've actually got another two. Before the gun was invented, there was the sling. Okay, there was the bow and arrow as well. But the old sling, you got a piece of leather, string, bump. Now, if it isn't bad enough, in the middle of battle, you got these like pieces of stone, which are anywhere from this size to this size, and I've seen big slings, coming at your head. That ain't bad enough. You know, bump, I've been hurt. Some Greek soldiers would actually scrape into the ammo the letters Dexy, which means catch. I think it's a bit cruel. You can see where it's come from them. People would do that then. You get soldiers now, they get bazooka missiles or shells and they scrape on them, you know, this is for you, or like, you know, smile.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some soldiers, they'll have guns, and around the front they've had engraved the word military camera, smile when you see the flash. It's on the end of a gun. And I think that's cool. But it seems it's not an original idea. It's been done even then. That's from 4 BC.
Wow.
And there are photographs online of the rocks, and they're sort of like elliptical shaped, and they've actually scraped the word Dexy into them. Yeah, catch. And I have one more. Apparently, a rare iPhone prototype that can't make calls has just been sold for $900. It's one of the first ones they ever made. They put the operating system on it to see if it all worked, but it doesn't make calls. I do believe they call them iPods these days. Yeah, but $900? I know it's rare. I suppose if you collect that type of thing, I suppose it's supposedly worth it. But $900 for an iPhone that doesn't make calls? How can I got an old Nokia brick in the house? You can have that. That don't make calls. It's fucked. I think that's all I've got. That's all of them. Please look up the Darwin Awards for 2013. Yep. They are funny as shit. Matter of fact, just look up the Darwin Awards. You just wonder how the human race has even survived. Talking of that, I was online on Facebook. There's a photograph of Marilyn Monroe, and somebody put a quote by the photograph. It might have been Marilyn Monroe's quote, might have been anyone's. You can't tell online. They can stick anything with the side of a photograph, and you see all these people go, "Oh, beautiful woman, wonderful, fantastic, gorgeous, beautiful woman, blah blah, beautiful figure." All the things you associate with Marilyn Monroe, because she was a very beautiful young woman. And then just about 10 or 12 replies in, one guy goes, "Who's Marilyn Monroe? I can't find a Twitter feed for her anyway." Yeah, I know. But the best part was the reply underneath. "Have you tried the Walking Dead Twitter feed?" I think that's awesome. For the idiot out there, if you ever actually managed to see this video, she died in 1963. Or was it 2? I was one of them.
2, I think.
I know I was only little when she died, but I can't believe the stupidity. It's just like when you see, the one I saw was when somebody went, "Oh yeah, Jupiter, blah 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 blah," and when the sun shines on it, and somebody goes, "I didn't know Jupiter had its own sun." I love people. Well, that's a lie.
No.
Some of them are really stupid. I have a little rant. A little rant. I love it. You love it too. You know you want it. Yeah. Don't vomit. Anyway, that's the end of Road to Distraction.
Episode whatever. 30.
Episode 30, blah, 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 blah.
30 million.
If I go, episode 30, leak and then dub the last part over, back and dub it. Right?
Yeah.
Because it'll sound silly then. I had a good time. You had a good time?
Yeah, been good, yeah.
Really good time.
Good time.
Went to Cwmbran.
Bought some things.
Bought some Viscounts.
Bought some leather rope.
Other chocolatey mint biscuits are available. We are sometime soon going to start filming some little shorts to stick in front of these, and they literally will be really, really, really short. Like my silent film one. That's really, really short. That literally takes about it's not. I don't think it's even. It's about a minute and a half long. And it took us about 8 minutes to film it. And we're going to be doing little short stuff like that. I don't need tiny little stupid things. It's just stick in front of it, or in the middle of it, whichever you want. So that'll be nice, and we hope that more people start watching us now in the new year, and going to Outpost 51 and Broken Link Films. And then James Knuckleduster has also got his own Facebook page, which I don't think it's been updated in a while, but when I do videos, which isn't very often these days, I do stick them on all those pages, which is Broken Link, Outpost 51, and Knuckleduster's page. I don't update my YouTube anymore because every time I try signing in on Google Chrome or Internet Explorer or seem to be anything, it just keeps saying sign in even when I type stuff in. So I've given up on YouTube. So YouTube, you can go and fuck yourself with a spiky stick. Okay. Talking about that, do you guys Google have actually bought? Do you ever seen Black Dog, the robotic thing they were designing for the military? It's got 4 legs and it can walk. It's really weird and it looks very animalistic. It's got no head and it can carry a lot of weight. They also done Mini Black Dog, which is they could have used it for spying on people. Google have bought that. They also they built a human-shaped robot as well for doing that sort of thing. And Google have bought it because they reckon they want to bring robots into the now. Yeah, well, having seen what you've done to YouTube and Google Plus, alright,
Yeah.
I hold no hope for it. But yeah, never seen Black Dog, have you?
No, I haven't seen Black Dog.
You see it walking. At one point, they show how good the gyroscopic balance is for it. Some guy runs up and kicks it, and I feel a little nauseous because it moves almost like somebody's kicked either a horse or a dog, and it staggers and gets its way back and carries on walking. And you almost feel like it's actually kicked an animal.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel a bit sick inside when he does it. But they're very good at what they do. It's got multiple gyroscopes and balance systems into it, and so like it just moves really, really realistically. It was still connected to a control source which was separate, but if they could have got that to run independently, it was amazing. It made the Japanese walking system for those robots look almost amateurish, and it's really bad. I never saw the humanoid one, but anyway, I'm nattering.
It's alright.
I'm nattering people. But yeah, go look at Black Dog. It's an awesome robot. And they got like a humanoid one. I've never seen it. I'm going to have to look for that myself. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
2014. We're in the future.
It's underway.
Oh yeah, we're in the future.
The future is now.
In future as well. It'll now be in the past when you see this.
Yeah.
So the future will be the past.
The future will be the past.
Is this a DeLorean?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sadly, no. And this isn't Cyberdyne, and we aren't Terminators.
Oh no, I just brought my pen. Yay! Anyway, I'll bid you adieu.
Yes, and we'll see you
on the next one, on episode 30.
Side.
Something.
Yeah.
On episode. Bye.
Bye.